Hi, Bissa. Fix this fan. It's blowing on my cord there. How you doing? Good to see you. You're the first one here, Bissa. I just literally just clicked the live button. How you doing? You doing okay? Wait for a few people to come in. I got art cards in. I got yours in. Got your art cards in here. Can you hear me? Let me do some testing here. There it goes. Hi, Julie. Happy wonderful Wednesday to you too. Linda, Nancy, anybody else coming in right at the minute? Hi, Molly. So I got art cards to show this morning. Happy hump day to you too, Nancy. Hi, Elmaris. Deborah, Amaris. We got Elmaris and Amaris. Gaga, Ashley, Ray, Trisha. The chat just goes bam, and then it's a whole bunch of people that come through. Hi, Bonnie. How's everybody doing? Y'all having a good week? Hi, Kat. Judy, Scrap Girl. Who else? I know I'm probably missing people. Maseke. Welcome. Kalura, happy Wednesday. Trisha. Just trying to say good morning. Kimberly, Janice. How you doing, Janice? Let's see. Probably missing people. So yeah, I got art cards in to show for the swap, the art card swap. Hi, Janet. How y'all doing this morning? Denise, Pamela, Darla, Sarah, Rebecca, Kathy A. Let's see, scrolling, seeing if I'm missing people. So I'm going to show the art cards today that I got in the mail since, well, I showed some on Monday. So these are what's came in Monday and Tuesday. Monday after the stream. And then yesterday I went down to my post office box and picked up the rest of them. So I'm going to show those, and that I'm sure I'll have more on Monday to show. Don't forget that I did put an extended date on getting them to me to the 24th of February. And all the information about the art card swap is in the community tab under my videos. Let's see. What else? Looking. Linda. This is for your first chat. Well, welcome, Linda. Linda B. So I'm going to show the art cards today. And then I'm not really sure. I pulled out some things to do some collage. I am going to show, I did do Zandra's prayer pouch that I'm going to send her. So I did finish that. And yeah, I'll probably show the fabrics again that I have. And just to give y'all idea of where, what they look like when I start with them. And let's see. End up asking I'm not, someone started talking to me. Are you talking to me, Gaga? Someone started talking to me. Are you talking to me? I'm not sure. Don't forget, guys, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. Let's put it in caps if you're talking to me. Let's see. Hi, Pacola. Good to see you. She spins, Juanita, and who else? La, 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 la. So if y'all are just joining us for the first time or you're watching the recording, my name's Dee Dee. I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, but I usually come on about 8:30, quarter till 9 to say good morning to everybody, because then I could just sit and read chat for a few minutes without trying to work on a project and just catch half the chat. So I like to say good morning to everybody. Let's see. Well, welcome, Denise, your first live chat. Good to have you. Hi, Jersey. Who else? Oh, you're in Scotland, Denise. Well, welcome. Welcome. Hi, Sylvie. My sister did some genealogy on my grandmother's grandmother, and she came apparently from Scotland. So I guess we have some Scottish in us on my grandmother's side. Let's see. I said hi to Sylvie, I think. Bishop. I said hi to Bishop. Susan. Linda Patrick. Good morning. Let's see. Trisha is cold north of England. Is it cold over there right now? Today we had a storm come through on, was it Tuesday, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we had a storm come through. There's actually tornadoes in Alabama from it. But then, so we had a storm and my cable and stuff went out, but it came on in a couple hours. I just went and ran errands, and by the time I came back, it was back on. But the weather has been changing from really cold to really warm. And right now it's kind of, let me check it here. Right now it is 52 and rainy, but it's going down, I think, into the 30s. It's going to get really cold. So my barometric pressure headaches, yeah, I got, it's tiring. Because when the weather changes from cold to hot, rain to spring, yeah, the barometric pressure gives me eye headaches, behind the eye pressure. So we're going to soldier on. Lynette said that the storms were terrible in Tennessee. Yeah, most of it was like just north of me, and we got some heavy rain, and again, it knocked out the cable and stuff, but it didn't knock out the electricity. But it was pretty bad storm came through yesterday, and then today it's just rainy, and I think tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny, which is great. Janice got light snow. Jane, you have a pressure headache. Yeah, the change in the barometric pressure. So let's see what else. Sylvie is mild and snowing in Montreal. Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it just usually if the storms come through, that's what, like after the rain comes through, the barometric pressure levels off. Let's see, who else? Nashua said hi to Kat. Who else am I missing? let's see. I guess I'm not missing anybody else so far. If I am, I'm not meaning to. Hi, Amore Fabriques. Good to see you. Selena, that's Selena, guys. Let me click on her here. She's the one that I get the fabrics from. And I did order more. Before I talked about them on Monday, I placed another order because I figured y'all would be ordering, and I wanted to get the order and I wanted. So I'll show y'all I'll show you some of them here. I have them in a bag that I've been using, and I'll show you the little pouches I've been making. Let's see. Hi, let's set out a Pacola. No, it's a fourth Pacola. I think you just typed it wrong because I know you know that. I think you just typed it wrong, Pacola. How do I share pics of my work? And do you have Instagram, Rebecca? Do you have an Instagram? That's the best way to share your stuff with people is Instagram. Hi, Mama Four. Good to see you. Yes, I know, right, Sarah? Oh, we can celebrate. See, we can celebrate on the 3rd. Well, Jan and I were also talking about maybe doing a show on the 4th, which is my birthday, which is also a Thursday. We haven't set it up really yet, but we want to I think we're going to have Deb and Rex on. I don't know we'll see. We'll have to try to work it out for that Thursday. I don't have a lot of thinking cap on right this moment. You get allergies and I'm sure. Yeah, allergies are terrible. I don't get allergies. It's not allergies that bother me. It's the barometric pressure change when a storm comes through. You know, when a storm comes through and the barometric pressure changes, that's what gives me eye pressure. Let's see. Hi, Michelle. Let's see. What else? I know I'm missing. It's coming through quick, guys. And all right, so let me go ahead and while Selena is here, I don't know if she wants to go by Selena or Lena. I think she goes by both, but it's Amore Fabriques, AMOUR FABRIQUES, and I put her link in Monday's description in the description box on Monday. Hi, B. Let's see. I don't even know what that is. She spins. I don't know what that is. Is that a vegetable? I don't know. I grow just basic vegetables in my garden. Tomatoes, peppers, just basic stuff. I grow nothing exotic. Selena or Lena. Okay, so she goes by either. So, oh no, I'm not going to go back to bed. No, I'm fine. It's not like I never had a barometric pressure headache before. I'm all right. Let's see. I wasn't even going to tell y'all. I wasn't even going to tell you that I had a headache. Seriously. Because then the whole topic is the headache, and I don't want that to be. I'm okay, people. I'm okay. Let's see. Hi, Nighthawk. Good to see you. So let me go ahead while Selena, I just like saying Selena, is here. Let me show you the fabrics, and then I'll show you what I've made with them. So I did give some to Boo. So these aren't all the fabrics that I've bought from her. I did have a big pile of the boho fabrics, which I only kept a couple pieces because I gave the rest to Boo to make her projects. So these are like the boho fabric squares, and they have this like slow stitch on them already. And so when you buy them, they already have this stitching in them, which is really cool. So these are what I'm using for the backs. The backing of these to make my little prayer pouches, which I showed you one on, I showed you one. This is the one, first one I made it for myself. And then I just put a brooch on here. It's just a pin. And so you can see on the back, And I just whip stitch it. I want it to look like it's done by hand. So it's not that neat. And of course, I don't really sew anyway. And I just whip stitched them and then around the edges of the pocket there. So I just made a little pocket and just have a little, you can put whatever you want on it. I showed a bunch of stuff on Monday. Oh, thanks, Jersey. I showed them more on Monday on, what I was going to do. And then I just stitched, look, I just stitched a little piece of lace on there. And then this is just cording, and you can buy this cording. I got a big roll of it, and you can get the stretchy kind. This one's not stretchy, but you can also get the stretchy kind. Hi, little gypsy. I know I'm missing. Let's see. Just say hi to you, Jane. And so yeah, and y'all watch Selena talking about the different fabrics, and she's on Etsy, guys, just under the same name that she is here. She just check her Etsy shop out, and she has great prices. I think. Oh, thanks, Jersey. Yeah, they're really easy. And then again, guys, you can put a prayer, an affirmation, a positive thought, your word of the year if you do that. And you can just, I made them long enough to put around your neck, but really you can just hang them somewhere, in your studio or somewhere where you can just think about it. And then, if you get an answered prayer, you can put the answered prayer in there. And put a new one in there. I'm going to put one in for, I'm going to put a little prayer into Xandra. So I made Xandra one, and I bought this, those velvet neck things where you can put jewelry on. Well, I'm going to end up giving this to Samantha, but I bought it just to show you because I thought it was really neat. So look, here's the one I made for Xandra, and it's got the black cord here. You can't really see the black cord because it's on the black velvet, but this is the one I made for Xandra with the little mermaid. So it was going to be a surprise, but then I started talking about it on Monday. So I went ahead and told everybody, well, this one was going to be for Xandra. And on the back, see, it's just got there's a cat here. It's just got this is velvet. Everything's going to fly to it. So there's the back. It's just that, slow stitched boho fabric. And then this is one of the little pieces there. You like it? Oh, good. I'm glad you do. I hope so. Xandra like it because y'all know Xandra's got a lot of health issues, especially right now, and everything going on. And so I'm going to put a little prayer in there for her. See the little charm? See the little mermaid right there? Xandra's our mermaid. See the little mermaid sitting in the little sparkly behind there, and then these little charms were just hanging off of it. So I left that there. And I just left it loose. I just stitched it right there, and you can see I just stitched around. It's not that neat. It's not supposed to be really neat. It's supposed to be you're thinking of the person. You can be thinking of the person or your own prayers that you're gonna, or good thoughts or positive things. And so anyway, that's the one I made for Xandra. So, Lynette, your art cards will probably come late. That's you have until the 24th of February, Lynette. So you got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. Oh, thanks, Trisha. So yeah. So I'm going to send that one to Xandra, but I wanted to show it to you guys just so you could see a different one because I've only made a couple of them. And I really, I don't sew. I used to have to do cross stitch when I worked for a cross stitch company, but I don't enjoy sewing. Grandma made all our clothes when we were real little in elementary school. Grandma was a sewer. Mom was never a sewer, but Mom did cross stitch, and Grandma did cross stitch and sewing too. And so anyway, that's the other one there. And yeah, so if you want, and I'm going to flip through some of these here. If you want any of these beautiful fabrics, that's where you can get them. And again, these come as squares, and this is all I have left of these because I gave the rest to Boo. Because if y'all don't know, Boo, my granddaughter, she's a senior in high school this year, and what all stuff going on. Um, and I think she's got her college lined up, but she really wants to be a doctor. But in the meantime, she took up sewing. So, and what she does is she buys old thrift store clothes and redoes them. She reconfigures them, cuts them up and reconfigures them and makes them into some new stuff. And is that butterfly? The butterfly, Rebecca, is from Hobby Lobby. If you're talking about this little butterfly here, that pin, it was like Hobby Lobby. And I wait till all this stuff goes 50% off all the time, guys. Hobby Lobby, it goes 50% off all the time. So wait till the jewelry goes on sale and then get it 50% off. I mean, I'm talking just a couple of dollars. It's just a couple of dollars. Hi, Line Laughter in Germany. How you doing? So anyway, I bought her sewing machine for Christmas because she was sewing everything with just a little cheap Walmart sewing machine, like that she spent like, I don't know, $30-$40 on. And she was doing all her alterations on that. So I bought her a nice sewing machine for Christmas and a mannequin dress form thing, the dress form that you can, design and sew on and everything. So she's been doing that. But so I gave her a stash of this stuff. But look how pretty it is. So, and they're not perfectly square, guys. That you can cut them down to any size you want, right? You can cut them down to smaller, or and you can piece them together. And there's just all different. It's just scraps of different fabric. From India and for wherever else Selena gets it. But so you see how this would make one here, and then I would just put a piece of one of the I just kind of match it up, like this one would match the back of this, so I'd put this on the back of that because that would match, right? And if y'all have any questions, put it in caps, guys. So yeah, see, because they come like just plain on the back. So if I make them into the little pouches, then I back them with the other fabric, and see, they can be any shape. It can be long, it can be wide, narrow, it can be square. They can be different sizes. Look how pretty that one is. They're all gorgeous. I just love them. So yeah. So I've been having fun just kind of, here's one of the little, these are the little fringes. I bought two or three, well, I think 3 or 4 maybe colors of this fringe ribbon. Comes on a roll, and then you have to cut it to make the fringe fray right there. And you can cut this part off and just use the little loop. This is what I used on the blue one. The blue color is what I used on Zandra's. I was just sitting in here because I thought that color would be good for this one. See? So I could put, some little trim. You can have it hanging. You can put it wherever you want, And the same thing for laces. You can put your laces, and, you could cut one of these out and attach that to one. Each one of these could be another square. So anyway, I loved when I saw her on the first place I saw her was on YouTube, and that's where I discovered Selena Amor Fabriques. Let's see, I have a friend in India who helps me get stock. The swatches you're holding are backed with the stabilizer, so they are stiff. Yeah, I like that they're stiff though, Selena. I like that they're stiff because they make a good pocket. I mean, it's not going to flop, like you couldn't really just make one out of just this alone because it would be floppy. You have to have some kind of, stabilizer to it. But look how pretty this is. And I showed this one because look how pretty it would look. Now, I don't know if I can find something to really match, but let's see here. It won't necessarily match, but you'll get the idea. Where you can take and just hang a piece of that off the bottom, you see, or let's see, it'd probably be better that way maybe. So you can do just piece it together, and like I said, I'm just hand sewing it. So I'm not trying to be messy on purpose, but I'm not trying to be perfect on the whip stitch. And you could do a blanket stitch, you could just do a running stitch, you could do whatever you want. So look how pretty though. Isn't that stunning? So yeah, so you go over to her there's her name right there, and her name is the same there as it is on Etsy. Okay. So I just love them. I mean, they're eye candy to me too. They're just little pieces of art. They're just little pieces of art in themselves. This one, look how fluffy that stitching is. They're just so pretty. And then this one's a little thinner, but again, depending on what you back it with, you can make them sturdier. But look how pretty. So yeah, just kind of give you all an idea of them here. Aren't they beautiful though? Look at this one. Look at that one. And then this one looks like maybe it was a piece of a collar or something. And then this piece right here. You could buy one if you want. If you want to buy one from me, email me. I don't mind making some. Now I'm not going to go into production. I'm not going to go into production to make hundreds of them. I'll make a few. I'll make some, but this is a side hustle, if you will. This is not my main artistic endeavor. I love them and I think they're beautiful, but I'm not going to spend all day doing them. I know some of them do look vintage or Victorian, but I think she gets them from India. See how they're kind of stiff, so that makes a good pocket. And I got a couple other ideas to do some stuff with her fabric as well. But this was the first one that I made actually finished something with it, just so you could see, I don't know if y'all remember when I made Colleen a beaded and stitched cuff. What I did is I took an old jean jacket and, the cuff. I took the cuff off of a jean jacket and where the button holds it shut, and I put stitching and beading and all kinds of things, and I made Colleen Scrap Chick a cuff. Well, you could probably make some cuffs with these too, like this one. Look, this would be a good cuff. So you just would have to put a button. You just have to put a button or some kind of a loop or something. Whoops, picked up another one. There we go. And you could have jeweled cuffs. Yeah, there you go. See, Rebecca said it too. Yeah, I made it with I made the cuffs with jean jacket. Jean shirts. The jean shirts where you cut the cuffs off and then stitch them, embroider them. You can do whatever you want. Sew some of this stuff on it. So if you want to make cuffs, then get your old shirts out. Get your old, especially jean shirts. Those are the best. I think those are the best. Your old jean shirts and cut the cuffs off, and then you can decorate them with some of this fabric and just stitching, stitching and all that. So again, guys, make sure and at least go peruse Lena's Selena Lena Etsy shop and go look at all her beautiful fabrics. So again, here's the one that I made for myself, the little prayer pouch, and there's the back, like that. And then you can just add anything you want, charms, beads, like here on the one that I made for Zandra. I added beads on the cord, and you could add more, do whatever you want, but I just wanted a little touch of beads there. And then this is some beads just hanging off of here, some of this fringe, and then the main thing was this piece of fabric with this little charm, which is a mermaid charm, a little mermaid charm that I got at Hobby Lobby, and then the fabric on the back. So yeah. And it's got the little pocket, so I'll put a little prayer inside for our Zandra. And yeah. So y'all have any questions on that? Because I was kind of not watching chat 100%. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. You can put patches on jeans. I'm gonna put one or two on my jean jacket. I have a jean jacket. I'm gonna add some stuff to, and so there you go. So we buy vintage and rare fabrics. The next step is to start a section for fabrics from Mexico. Yeah, I used to see a lot of fabrics from Mexico. We used to live in San Antonio, so we'd see lots of beautiful fabrics from Mexico. Let's see. Oh, I know, right, Mama Four? I know. So let's see. Let's see. Do I have a P.O. box? Or are you asking me, Michelle? Yes. And I'm getting ready to show you guys the here's my P.O. box. And it's also under the description in my description box under on YouTube. And so it's always up. You can always find my P.O. box. And so now let me go ahead and show you. Let me move this out of the way. And let me show you, got a little pile over here. The art cards that came in Monday afternoon and yesterday. Okay. So if y'all aren't familiar with the art card swap that I announced a couple of weeks ago, you have until the 24th to make them. All the information, all how to do it, what you need to do, how many to do. It's all in my community tab. Hi, Abigail. It's in my community tab under my videos. And then you can find all the information. It's the top video. I mean, it's the top community tab information. So everybody sends in 3, and you'll get 2 back from 2 different people, and with the self-addressed stamped envelope. And if you are international, I'm paying for the postage to go back to you. And so I'm going to pull these aside. And I was real careful to try to cover up everybody's, Post-it note, everybody's address, and nobody knows addresses. These are from Bishop, who is here. She was. And the theme is Fantasy Garden. And I love these, Bishop. I love them. I especially love. So here's the 3. Look at this one, guys. How good that is. That is so cute. And you can use any medium. You can use collage. You can paint. You can draw. You can sketch. You can ink. You can stamp. You can do whatever kind you want. Well, Abigail, you have till the 24th of February to get them. And guys, and I know that postage all over the world, the post office is just, a lot of things are late, and a lot of things, I mean, like I ordered more from Selena, ordered a kit from Jonna in Florida. And, it took like 3 weeks or something like that. Where it usually takes last time I ordered a kit from John, it took like 3 days. So I know that things are slow, but if I'm going to have some kind of a swap, that gave us, 6 weeks, I think, all total to the 24th of February. It's like 6 weeks from the start of the announcement till when they're due. So if it comes in late, guys, and I've already swapped everybody's out, I will just send your cards back to you. I will send them back to you. That's the best I can do. Okay, if they're late. So look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's so cute. That's so cute. And then this one here, like going into a little forest, like through one of the giant redwood trees. So aren't they sweet? So these are by Bishop. I know, right? Look at this one. So the theme is fantasy garden. So there's that one, and I have the other ones I showed on Monday. I'm putting them in a book, or I'm putting one in a book, and you're getting two swapped out. Okay, so the next one is from. I'm keeping all the addresses off camera here, and the self-addressed stamped envelopes. And this one's from Lynette. Lynette, were you asking? Was it you? Who was asking? Maybe it was somebody else. Lynette Porter, yours came in. And Lynette sent me a book of stamps. Thank you, Lynette. That will help with the international postage. But she sent me a nice little letter here. And she said, thanks for coordinating the card swap. I've never done anything like this, but I'm having a blast. She included some stamps, and she also put a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you for keeping us all so inspired and creative. So did she say she's never done anything like this? Oh, my gosh. Well, she did good on these. So here are the three that Lynette sent. So I'll show you them one at a time. These are good, Lynette. Use your wings. Try to keep everything together in each envelope until I swap it out. So I usually stay really organized with these things. Okay, then this one. Until you spread your wings, you have no idea how far you'll fly. And she's got these varnished. Look, she varnished them. I know. Aren't they good? And then this one says, with brave wings, she flies. And it's got, she's got these like dimensional wings on there. Isn't that good? So thank you, Lynette, for participating. I know. And like I said, I'm going to keep one from each of the sets to put in a book. I have a book for them. And then I'll make sure and put put the person's name next to the card. So anytime I flip through the book, you'll see them. Like Kathy's, I got Kathy Arbor's on, I showed hers on Monday. Okay, so let's see. The next one here is from, so this is all new to me, Jill. Let's see. I'm not sure what her name is on camera, but Jill, if you want to tell us who you are in the show, if you're here, I'm not sure what your avatar name is, but she's Jill. And I'm not going to say last names because I don't even know who this person is. So Jill did these three. Okay. So let me do this one here. She did three different little, and remember, it's fantasy gardens. They're like little mushrooms that she collaged and then drew around them to form the mushrooms. So I don't see Jill here. I mean, I don't see anybody named Jill here. So if you have a different name here and you want us to know who you are, let us know. But I thought that was very clever to make collage mushrooms and then just, draw around them to form the mushrooms. I like that. Yeah. Hi, Shelley. And so she said, this is all new to me. Thank you. So thank you, Jill. All right. The next one is, again, I'm being real careful about the addresses. This one is, let me get the little card here. Anne Young. This is from Anne. And I don't know if Anne's here either. So, and she did these three. And she did varnish hers as well. You don't have to varnish them, guys. Just saying, you do not have to varnish your collages. You do not feel like you have to do that because you see me and others varnish them. Don't feel like you have to, okay? I'm just saying. But she's got a bird in this one. Thanks, Nighthawk. Have a good day. There's a moth. Is that a butterfly or a moth? But look at the background. I love that. It's like it's in a little forest. It's in a little forest. Here's another little bird. So thank you, Anne. I know, aren't they great, guys? I love seeing everybody's creativity. And I know some people go, "Oh, I've never done one. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Mine's not going to be good enough." Please do not think like that. Just saying. Participate. And you get better at it, you get more experience at doing it. All right, so this one is from Beth, and y'all know Beth Schuler, who she has a YouTube channel as well, and she sent me some braille paper to make collages with as a little bonus in there. So these are Beth's. Let me put that in there. And she did have a little note. Dee Dee, thank you for hosting another great trade. You mean the world to so many of us in the box. You're my hero. Art on, Beth. So thank you, Beth. And then here's the 3 that she did. She made them like tags. I thought that was clever. You can do them however you want. Just I don't get them. I mean, this has a little dimensional flowers to them, but don't get them like, don't get them really bulky because it's going to cost a fortune to mail them back to you. These are flat enough that, say, you can't even see the dimension. So here's the different ones that she did. She has her little information on the back. Dreams. She has a little stamp on it. Aw. Aw, thanks, Lynette. And y'all, sometimes y'all surprise yourselves when you send them in and you find that you're really not you're not newbies as you thought you were, right? This one says powerful. And this one says kindness. So thank you, Beth. I know they are adorable, right, Shelley? And then her envelope. Here's her envelope. She had a big cat on the front. So thank you, Beth. I know I love them all. Okay, and then the last one that I had come in here is from Kathy Arbor. Did I show these already? No, maybe I did. Maybe who did I show? Did I show Kathy? I don't know. Maybe I didn't show. I don't remember. I don't think I showed these yet. They're in my stack, so I don't think I did. And I know she did. She did 1 or 2. Maybe she did all 3. Maybe she did all 3 on a stream. And so I think she did. Did you do all 3 of these, Kathy? I saw you a minute ago. I think she might have done all 3 of these on a stream. So she collaged and painted. So these are her fantasy gardens. Hi, Ray. Little stream coming through there. And she's got a little face right there. I think I saw this. I think I saw at least 2 of them. I think she was having trouble. I think she was having video trouble that day. So there was 2 or 3 streams that she did these on. And I think I might have only saw these 2. I might have only seen these 2, Kathy. So, and then there's a floating garden. Aren't they nice, guys? So if you want to see Kathy do these, they are over on her they're over on her YouTube channel. Isn't that cool? So those are Kathy A, and Kathy Arbor does do a class every Thursday at 1 Eastern. 1 Eastern on Thursdays. She does a painting or usually painting class. And she sent me a nice note. Thanks for all of your creative inspiration that you bring in your streams. I'm sure you have given many joy and peace of mind with each stream. Blessings to you and yours, Kathy. So thank you, Kathy, for the little card. I'll put this in the Fibs. I'll put this in the Fibs book. So, yeah. All right. I think that's all the cards that I got in yesterday and Monday afternoon. There's Pacola. Thank you, Pacola. There's Kathy Arbor's YouTube channel. All right. So let me put these over here by the book. So I keep them all together, keeping them all with the book, with rubber band. Keep them all together so that they don't fly. Oh, and speaking of books, y'all remember It's going to be a low-key stream today, guys. Low-key stream. I'm going to do maybe a little collaging, showing you a couple things. I wanted to read this to you. I got it off of Wikipedia. I think it was Wikipedia, or maybe it was just a dictionary. No, it was Wikipedia because I wrote it down. Wikipedia. So if y'all remember my commonplace book, and I made it out of a couple of books. One that Annie Mame sent me. One of the books that Annie Mame sent me, and then one I bought another book. Let me get all my notes here. Oh, that's just my quotes there. So this is one of the books that Annie Mame sent. It was called Patterns by what's her name again? I have it one of these tabs here. One of these tabs, there's one of the quotes that I put it. Oh, let me straighten out my camera. Hang on, guys. Let me straighten out the camera. There we go. So I turned this into a commonplace book number 1. I have 2. And I did a complete flip through this and showed how I turned. This is just pieces of paper that I glued in and like covered up different areas and places to write, places to add things. So I got 2 books by her. What is her name? I'm trying to find the author of these books. I think it's Trisha. Maybe one of y'all know her name right off the bat, because I kept one of the pages with her name on it. But now, am I finding it? No, I'm not finding it right now. Trisha. Anyway, she does interior decorating books, and some of the pages are shiny, some are matte. I don't ever feel compelled to keep them all together. I'll probably come across her name while I'm flipping through. And hi, Carla. So anyway, you can do whatever you want. I'm using this like what we call a commonplace book. And before I keep flipping in it, let me read you the definition that I wrote down. If one of y'all can think of her name right off the top, I will say it out while I'm reading this. Okay, so this is the definition of commonplace books, or commonplaces, as they're called. Rebecca, I bought the color box book from her. Trisha Gill. Okay, thank you, Pacola. Trisha Gill. Okay, so these are 2 books by Trisha Gill, one on patterns and one on color. And I put them together into a 3-ring binder to do commonplace notes in them. So let me read you the definition. Commonplace books are a way to compile knowledge, usually by writing information into books. They have been kept from antiquity and were kept particularly during the Renaissance and in the 19th century. Such books are essentially scrapbooks filled with items of every kind: recipes, quotes, letters, poems, tables of weights and measures, proverbs, prayers, legal formulas. Commonplaces are used by readers, writers, students, and scholars as an aid for remembering useful concepts or facts. Each one is unique to its creator's particular interest, but they almost always include passages found in other texts, sometimes accompanied by the compiler's responses. So that is, okay. There we go. Pacola's putting a link to one of Trisha Gill's books up there. You can get them on Amazon. Okay. Thank you, Pacola. Pacola's like the little, I'm telling you, snapping turtle, Pacola. So isn't that an awesome description of the commonplace books? So, and they've been around forever. And, I think scrapbooks have developed from them. Smash books have developed from them. And, which smash books and scrapbooks are just more specific, not Pacific. I want to make sure I say specific, ways to collect things and keep your memorabilia, your ephemera, your photos, and you can do art journaling in it. You can do whatever you want. So, and I did put tabs on some of them because that's where I think I've done something like here. One of the quotes by Francis Bacon: write down the thoughts of the moment. Those that come unsought for are commonly the most valuable. So I just wrote that in one of the little spaces on the page. So see all these spaces. Now the shiny ones, you might want to just tape or washi tape down other items. If you're not going to collage, this is not my collaging books. If you want to, you can matte medium over this and then write on it. But if you don't want to do that, just write on some Project Life cards or just write it on another piece of paper and stick it on there on the shiny papers, right? So, and I've gone through this and shown these books, so I'm not going to do all of that. I'll just kind of show you some of the places here's where I've added some stickers and some paper to write. This you can write on your flow books of paper, your flow book of papers, your the different brands. There's different brands of book of paper, and you can take out those the stationery out of those and put them on the pages and maybe add some stickers or decoration. Then you have that place to write. Okay, I'm just going to kind of flip, and I put tabs on some of the ones that I'm working on, just so I can go back and find some of the things. Like here, I added this paper on here, and I really added paper on lots of them, but you can do whatever you want. Like that's a piece added there, and they're just so pretty. And it doesn't have to be this book. It can be any decorating book. It can be a garden book. It could be a travel journal, and just any place that you can write on a separate piece of paper. Well, you can write on here too, which I am doing as well. But then you can just write on separate piece of paper. Like I'm going to write this neater. I'm going to write this neater. Oh, got a little flashed out there. Let me turn down the brightness. I'm going to write this out a little neater, and then plus I have all these quotes over here that I'm going to write neater on a little card or a smaller piece of paper, and then attach them, either glue them or washi tape them. You can do flip ups or pockets, or all the tips. Okay, this is another Francis Bacon. Wonder is the seed of knowledge. So I just wrote that out with my, one of my brush pens, which plastic nib pens, Fude or something like that. And then I also added a few of my little rag flag paper clips, just if it matched or something. I just put, and same thing for the tabs. I would just put a little tab that matched. And and it's just a 3-ring notebook. So it's easy to move things around. You can move things around in them. And, don't feel like if you deconstruct a book that you have to keep everything in page order. I don't. If I like a page, if something goes with something else, I'll take it out and move it. But you can see where I've added papers, flow papers, and other papers in here. And so you can just keep adding to it. Just keep adding to it. So again, here's some more. But look how pretty and colorful it is. Now I'm into the second book here of colors. Because see the little paint swatches on the edges? That was in the book. That was actually in the book. These little paint swatch sides right here. Those were in this book of color by the same person. Okay, Trisha Guild. So again, all kinds of things here, and I'll just continuously add to it. Then after those 2 books, I have a few pages here of other out of other books. All this right here is either scrapbook papers that I like, or like here's a few pages out of the Somerset Studio magazines that have these pretty cardstock pages in them. So I put a few that I really liked of those in here. See? Hi, G. Let's see, Brenda. Oh, thank you, Pacola. Yeah, there's a where I did the flips. And guys, I do have lots of playlists. Pacola makes me do them. So you can always go check out my playlist. And then I have a few papers here from these are scrapbook papers that are made to look like swatches, and I just cut them down and put some of the colors in here. Then I have a few other scrapbook papers that I just thought were pretty, that I liked, so I added those in here, which can be moved around. See, I can just open the binder and move them around. Here's the cover of the Project Calm Mindfulness magazine. I love this artist, and the artist was on the cover. And then some more scrapbook papers. So a couple of my own collages. So anyway, you can just put whatever you want in your commonplace book. And I'm going to read the definition one more time. And again, I am going to write this out neater. Oh, thank you, guys. I'm glad y'all thought it's kind of cool. Now you want to get these books and buy it. Well, it doesn't have to be these books, Donna. It doesn't have to be these books. It can be any. Look for clearance books too, like at your thrift stores or Books a Million always has books on clearance, or any place which you can buy inexpensive, marked down books. And look for decorating books, travel books. Like this whole thing could be done with a couple of travel books. Now I'm going to tell you, it does take some time to cut them down, punch all the holes. I have a screw punch so I could punch holes a whole bunch at once. But you don't have to do it all at once. Take your time, do a few pages, do 10 or 15 pages at a time, add some quotes or some of this information, and then keep continuously add to it. I know they are great, Julia. They are. I know. You see, she had her bound with spiral. So, okay. So, go ahead and I'm going to read the Wikipedia's commonplace book definition one more time. They're called commonplace books, or just commonplaces, are a way to compile knowledge, usually by writing information into books. They have been kept from antiquity and were kept particularly during the Renaissance and in the 19th century. Such books are essentially scrapbooks filled with items of every kind, receipts or recipes. I think it's recipes, quotes, letters, poems, tables of weight and measure, proverbs, prayers, legal formulas. Commonplaces are used by readers, writers, students, and scholars as an aid for remembering useful concepts or facts. Each one is unique to its creator's particular interest, but they almost always include passages found in other texts, sometimes accompanied by the compiler's responses. And you can find that on Wikipedia if you just look up commonplace books. And like I said, I'm going to write this neater and rewrite it and put it in here. So they get big, and then I like to just put a few little paper clips with some ribbon or sari silk or whatever, and kind of decorate it. And then I have tabs to find the different sections. Okay, so let's see what else I got here. I think I'll move that so I have place for my commonplace book. All right. Now, let's see what else. Well, maybe we'll just okay. So also, I wanted to show a couple more things, because everybody has been doing the journaling by fives, and I told Janet a lie. Oh well, I thought when I did my journaling by fives years ago with Shannon Green first started it, probably 9 years ago, whenever Shannon Green did the first journaling by five. And I played along with her, and I thought I had done it in a composition book. And I told Janet, I said, I think I did it I did my first one in a composition book, and then sent Shannon Green the whole book. But I was wrong because it came to me. It came to me like a vision. Not really. It just came to me that I did my journaling by fives on cardstock. I did. I did my journaling by five for Shannon Green, her 20, sheets, and five for whatever. I forget the exact number. But anyway, a whole bunch of people were doing it this last weekend. And what I did, Janet and everybody, I didn't send her my book of them or the individual. I cut them up and sent her art cards. So I took all 20 of my journaling by fives and cut them up into, I think, ATCs. I think it was ATC size at the time, 2.5 by 3.5. Now, our art cards that we're doing the swap are 3x4 or thereabouts. They don't have to be, you don't have to get all bent out of shape. They're a little off or whatever. I just think 3x4 gives you a little bit more real estate to do things on. So most of my collage cards and things that I do anymore are not 2.5 by 3.5 ATC size. They're 3x4 to give you a little bit more room. So what I wanted to show is I pulled out one of my own cardstock collage painty cards to show you that you can cut these up and use them. That's what I did with my journaling by fives, and I sent them all to Shannon Green. It was a big old wad of them. That was years ago. Don't expect her to have them, guys. I'm just saying. So if you want which I'm going to cut this down to 3x4. So you can make them like 3 or 4 and then go this way. I think I'll go ahead and I want to do it 3 because I want to try to keep that pyramid right there. So I'm going to cut this down to 3. And then of course I could do this section by 4, or I could do another 3. Let's see. Do I want another 3 there? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do another 3. And then this one will not be quite 3. So this will be like a scrap, but then you can cut these down and you can just, you can rearrange it how you want. Like here, now I'm going to cut this down to 4. So now here's an art card to start with. So now I can continually add to this and make it a finished art card. Hi, Mary, Natalie. I know I'm missing people coming in. So what I did when I participated in Shannon Green's, journaling by 5, I don't know, it had to be 8 years ago. What I did with all the cards that I made, with all the sheets that I made, I cut them all down into cards like this. I didn't add anything else to them. I just cut them all down and sent them all to Shannon. Let me trim a little of that edge off there. And what she did with them, I have no idea. I don't remember. So anyway, so now you can just, turn these into little worlds, right? And I think I can only get one out of here. So I think what I'm going to do, I want this side, maybe. Do I want that? So you can just look it over and see. I think I want it right here and then right here. So I just trim it down to wherever I want it to be. And they can go any which way you want, right? They can go this way when you build a world, they can go this way. They don't have to necessarily go vertical, they can go horizontal. But anyway, then I have these little scraps left. Now, sometimes I keep stuff like this. Sometimes if it has to be really interesting to me because I got so many bins of scraps, right? So, and I'll throw that in my collage pile. So my point is if you did the journaling by 5, and Mary did, she already's gone on to turn hers into like a whole journal. She used the black paper with hers and paint it. Anyway, just watch Mary's. And but if you participated in it and you have all these like kind of funky piled up kind of pages, collagey, painty papers that you don't know what to do with, cut them down like this, cut them down, and then you can go in. Let me grab my tray up here. I don't know if I can bring the whole tray down here. Let me just see if I can grab a couple things. See if I can grab a few. Oh, there's a few. Oh, I can't reach them all. But anyway, and you can cut them down and make them into other collages and some of these are finished. Some of them are varnished. Some of them are not. But here, this is postcard size. So you can make some postcard size ones And these have been painted and continued on, right? So this one's not varnished yet. So what you do is you take your cards that you've cut down and then go in there with paint pens, color pencils, whatever you like to work with, and work on them. You can make the inchies, which I don't really like to make these that much because they are a little way on the small side. But here's the art card size. So again, these are just different painty cards that I've collaged and turned them into little worlds. You like my little worlds? Yeah. So, and these have been varnished. So these are a few of the ones that I've kept over the years because I usually, when I make these, I usually make a set of 6 or 8 of them, and then I give most of them away. And so you can just see some of the ones that we've done here. This one I put a little gold border on. But anyway, so that's what you can do with your journaling by 5 sheets. If you don't know what to do with the sheets, cut them down into postcards, art cards, inchies, whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'll be right. Oh, where's my bee? I always forget to use this. Let me put this down here. All right, I'll be right back. Make sure the cat's not in here. Okay, sorry. I try not to have to take breaks during my show, but I am drinking a Pepsi for my not my sinus headache, my barometric pressure headache. So sodas for me, like I just drink these little mini ones. They're like that's like medicine. So a Pepsi is like for a barometric pressure headache, and if you have a stomach ache, it's a Sprite. So that's the only time I usually drink a soda. I'm usually drinking fruit juice, coffee, or water. So anyway, but say that being said, I had to take a quick break, so I'm drinking a soda. Okay. So Kalora just said something. I just got a bunch of plain washi tape I'm going to use to put a 2-inch thick stack of old greeting postcards from the night. Ooh, make sure you IG that, Kalora. Make sure you IG that. I'd love to see you do that. That sounds awesome. All right. So let's see. I know I missed things coming in. People coming in. KNRP Kim, hi. Said hi to Carla. Let's see. My brain's foggy. I drink Red Bull. I don't drink. Yeah, I don't think I could do. I couldn't do a Red Bull. I don't think I've ever had a Red Bull, Michelle. Coffee is about the strongest thing I drink. Just plain, coffee with milk. I don't drink. I don't put sugar. I just drink plain coffee with milk. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty hyper as it is. I don't know what I'd do on a Red Bull. Okay, so anyway, guys, there's the idea for something you can do with your journaling by 5. If you don't know, I'm gonna stick these up here to work on at a later date. So the other thing, when you do a journal page, that let's just say, and I know I showed you this here not too long ago, but I'm gonna flip through it because I might work on one for a little bit. We'll probably have a short day today, guys, because like I said earlier, I have a barometric pressure headache from the storm that came through yesterday. Then it cleared up. Then it rained, and now it's clearing up again. And it's just like doing my head in. So, Yeah, and yes, caffeine is good for migraines too. Let's see. Oh, they were your great aunt's postcards, Calora? Washstand, and my uncle gave me a few months ago. Awesome. So they have meaning to you. So the other thing that you can do with your art journaling, so let's just say you've got an art journal. I've shown these again before, where I've deconstructed art journals. So I've taken my art journals apart, like cut the pages out. But most of the time on a full art journal page, I don't like everything on the page. So what I'll do is after I've cut them out of art journals, then I will cut them down. Hi, Lena. Then I will cut them down into more manageable. So these are all cut down, and they're just taped with double-sided tape. So I can just pull them right out if I want. So they're just taped to another sheet, just so I can look at them fully, like if they're finished, kind of give me more idea. Now this one could go this way, could go this way. Y'all know I love my element of time in my work. So I'm just going to flip while I read chat just so you can see. This is one of Catherine Anderson's doors. So what they are is journal pages that I've cut down. So at one time, these journal pages were probably the size of this, okay? Full size pages, or 8 by 10 at the least. And I've cut them down and picked my favorite parts. And now I'll go and work on them. And when I get to some that I've worked on, I'll stop and talk a little more about those. So, oh, thank you, Mary, for the super sticker. Girl, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, Mary. So I'll send Mary one of my prints next month. If anybody that super chats me or PayPal tips jar me, the following month, the first week of the following month, I send out prints. So thank you, Mary, for the $20 super sticker. Wrote it down, write them all down, Post-it notes, and I put them in my book. And then I send out thank yous the beginning of every month. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Pacola. Thanks, guys. Hi, Stephanie. I said hi to Lena. Who else? I know I might be missing people coming in. So again, they're just different art journal pages that I've done that I didn't like the whole page. So, and most of them have art journaling on the back too. And I picked the side I like the best. So then I can just work on them individually. I did have these in a 3-ring binder. I couldn't work on them I don't know. I cut off the holes and just put them in a folio. I just put them in a folio so I can flip through them and work on them as I want, right? And again, they can go different ways. I can turn them around different ways if I want, just depending on what I see at the moment. This one has some stenciling on it. Some of them, this is probably done, maybe some of this on a jelly plate. So here's one where I did a little bit more work on it. Actually, these two went side by side. So I worked on both of these at the same time on a show a few weeks ago. So, I added paint, added stars, added the water, added the waterfall, added the rocks, the nebula stuff. So, and then I just sit and paint with acrylic paint. Okay, Mary. And then I just sit with acrylic paint and doodle on them with a paint and or a color pencil. Okay. But they are matte. At some point, most of them, there might be a couple in here that are still shiny, but for the most part, they're all going to be matte pages out of other art journals because I used golden matte medium to make everything matte, because I either put the matte medium down initially or by the time I finish gluing everything down, because I use the matte medium to glue as well. By the time I'm done gluing everything down, the whole page is matte. And then what I'll do is, if you like on the art cards or other pieces that are completed, I will add varnish to them, shiny, gloss varnish. So they'll end up having glossy shine to them at the end. But while I'm working on it, they're matte, because you can't put color pencil on shiny paper. So you have to have your pages be not shiny. Okay. Are you going to fill the whole page? No. I'm just going to do these. Now I did find there's one. Here it is, right here. This one I worked on. I just happened to flip through it. Look how I extended it over the edge. So if you're going to keep it on here, see, I don't know that I'm going to keep it on this particular paper. So if I glue anything down that extends over the edge, because see, these are just taped in, so I can remove them easily. But if I start gluing things down that extend over the edge, then you can't take them out, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Selena. So, just doing it all my life and doing hundreds of collages. So, and this one I really can't wait to work on. This is a pin nib out of a pin magazine, I think. And there's the bow of a ship, and it just looks like it's just so meaningful, and you could put all kinds of meaning. I suggest, and if y'all don't know about the Society of Idea Collectors, where you keep a notebook, it can be a 3-ring, it can be a sketchbook, it can be a traveler's notebook, it can be a composition book, some place where you keep your ideas. You've got to write your ideas down. And so if you make lists of things that you like, that you can recombine, that come to you as, like a pin in a ship, write those things down. If you have symbols, like I love the element of time, so I put a lot of watches and clocks and stuff. I like water. I like mist. There's just certain things that I like to add in my work. If you like those things, write it down. Or you can even envision it. If you can envision it, which is your imagination, write it down, sketch it down in a doodle, just doodle it down. You don't have to make it look like anything. If you just put a pin nib and a little triangle and say, write ship, pin nib, and just write it down. You don't have to do a full-on piece just because you have the idea. Take the idea, thank you, Pocola. Take the idea that you have and at least sketch it down and write notes. Like a lot of times when I visit a museum or, any place where you can get inspiration, I don't necessarily sit and draw and sketch. Sometimes I've done it at the museum, but most of the time I'm writing down color combination. I'm just writing it, the color combinations, the notes of the things that the piece meant to me or something like that. I'm writing it. Yeah, Julia knows. I already gave Julia a lecture. I gave her a lecture. I think it was on Monday. Write it down so that you, even if it's in words, you don't have to do a big fancy painting, sketchbook, art journaling page just to get your ideas down. Most of my initial ideas all get put down on here. Then they get moved into a book like, this was my one that I just pretty much filled the last few months. Then they get put in a book like this where they're a little bit more list or notes or colors or other ideas and swatches and things that I want to do. And then they'll go into more of a completed piece. Where's my current book? Here we go. So this is my current, this is my current one that I'm working in. I'm not very far into it. So I'm only about that far into it. So because that other one filled up, that other sketchbook. So what I'll do is I'll write down my ideas, my mind maps, my whatever in a book, but a lot of it's Post-it notes stuck in there. Okay. A lot of it's just Post-it notes to keep the ideas. Not every idea you're going to develop and you're not going to have time to develop them all. You just won't have time. But I can almost 100% guarantee you, if you don't write it down, you will not remember it. You might remember for a day or a week, but then when something else comes along that, squirrel, you're going to totally forget that idea you had last week. So here's another one that I started doing. And these rocks kind of look like bones. And then this right here just kind of reminded me of a dying, what's that dinosaur that flew? Pterodactyl. This just kind of reminded me of a pterodactyl. So I kind of just I ran with that. But then I painted in these rocks to kind of look like bones. But this is farther away, you know. How do you find? Well, that's why I have so many notebooks, Julia. Keep like this is my current idea. This is my current one that I'm keeping now. Like I wrote about the prayer pouch. Let me see, where's the prayer pouch thing? And then when this fills up, I just get another one. Let's see, I know there's a page in here for the prayer pouch thing. Where is it? It can't be that far away. And then I wrote down, here's where I wrote down a bunch of my ideas for the collage, where you guys send me the 10 to 15 pieces of collage. And I will, what do you call it? Make collages out of them. Look, here's the prayer pouch page. So, you know, whatever, you know, you can write it in that. But if you want to keep tons of ideas, list, mind maps and things, I recommend a 3-ring binder. That's just me. But not everybody likes 3-ring binders. I think I counted them around here one day. I've got 12 by 12 3-ring binders. I've got the 4-inch 3-ring binders. I've got like 25, 30. I don't know how many binders I have in here. So I like binders because you can move things around, take things out, put it back. Although I do have a few of the happy planner type where I keep. I know probably, is there anybody here that has not seen my Fibs Friends in the Box book? You can keep a happy planner journal, happy planner idea collecting. You can do it in that kind of thing too, because you can rip the pages out and just put them back in. Let's see. Put it in folders. Yeah, I don't do well with folders, because then the folders get put away in a file cabinet or some kind of box. The folders get put away, and I'm not one. That's why I have shelves in here. I have lots of shelves for my supplies, because if I put things away in boxes, drawers, tucked away, that's when I forget about stuff, is when they're tucked away. I have to be able to see it. Now it's all organized in here, and there's a lot of it, but I can see it. So I can go right to whatever I need. But if it's in a bin, you know, my collage fodder being the exception, and even the bins are separated, sorta. I know my collage fodder system, but when I tried to do my collage items in those little, you know, those Michael drawers, those Michaels that have the different colors, and I think that they come in white too, or clear, and they have like 12 drawers, and then I had them all labeled. I had all my 12 drawers labeled by like time and mechanics, flowers, people. I had them all labeled. I never went in those drawers. I just did not go to those drawers. But if I have all my stuff in big bins, I'll dig through, and it's just more the way I work. Hi, Devin. It's just more the way I work. Julia, you're 80 and you can barely find your desk. Well, you got a few years on me, but yeah, I have to keep my desk clear enough to stream. And my desks are just those folding tables. I've got 4 folding tables in here, and this one is just covered with papers and stuff, and taped with packing tape around the edges. And when they get dirty, I just roll another sheet of paper over it and packing tape it. Now, right here where I'm sitting, I try to keep this, you know, I had that wood grain, I have these flowers. I try to keep where I'm streaming kind of pretty, but all my other tables are just covered with black paper. Black, the kind that you just roll out like craft paper, but black. So anyway, so these are all in progress, and so I can just pull one out, work on it whenever I want, and add some things to it, add some more collage fodder, and paint and whatever. And again, these are just taped down. So if I get paint anywhere and I don't like where I got paint, I just pull this off and stick it on another piece of paper. But I like the way I can see the whole piece by having it kind of framed out. Oh, it's all right. People make typos all the time, Rebecca. You can erase it. Just delete it if you accidentally said a bad word. Just delete it. Hi, color me pink. So, like this one, look at that. Oh, I might pull that one up. That one's kind of speaking to me. Look, that looks like a fantasy forest. Might work on that. Although I like them all. So again, these are just every one of these is from an old art journal or collaged page that I didn't like the full page, so I cut it down. Yeah, there is a lot of work, but I've been streaming over 10 years now, and I think I've only not streamed at least two. I used to stream 3 times a week. I used to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then I cut it back to Monday and Wednesday. But in over 10 years, the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, as we say. I don't think I've missed more than a handful of streams in over 10 years. I try to be here for you. That doesn't mean that I'll never miss a day, and I have taken a couple of days off here or there. But, I've just been blessed to be able to be here for you guys for over 10 years. So there's a lot of art journals. I've shown you my shelves and shelves and shelves full of art journals, color books, abandoned, altered books, all different kinds of things that we do here. We do a little of everything. So, yeah. This one's good. Look at this. This is a flower, but can't you see this as a girl, her head, like laying on a pillow, and she's like at the beach and looking up at the sky, I really like this one too. I might pull this one. Here's another one where I glued down some extending off the original piece. So I'll pull that one maybe. So yeah, this is just, and these are just my more recent cut downs. A lot of times, y'all know, I've got tons and tons of old art that I cut down, like I showed you a little while ago, where you could use your journaling by 5. I've got I'm not bins, but trays and trays of artist trading cards and art cards that I've cut down. Let me just grab one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got like 6 trays of art cards because I used to do artist trading cards. So look, I have like 6 of these. These are art cards and ATCs that I've cut down or made ATCs out of. And this was a lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of them were even before I started streaming. So some of them are quite, quite the history on. Let's put that back up on the shelf. Okay, so I got my earbuds there. I have a pair of earbuds I keep hanging right there for when I do multiple streamers. Oh my gosh. So anyway, and then I just keep those. Look, let me just take this. So this is just some chipboard that I turned into a portfolio like thing. So it's like 3 inches thick. So I put these in here just so I can work on them, whenever I want. And then I just put a band around them to hold it all together like that. All right, so let's move this to the side. And maybe just kind of look at these and think about it. Well, again, guys, I'm low energy today, even with the Pepsi. Low energy with the barometric pressure headache. So, And then also sometime today, I need to read out of our, there's my serious list of stations. I need to read about 1001 Ways to Be Creative. I try to read out of this every week. You can see I just read a couple pages a week. We're getting through it though. So we're about a third of the way through. And so I try to read some prompts out of that. Let's see. For a couple of years, I mean, I still like to do my color books, but I don't do them every stream. Like there for a couple of years, we were doing color books every single stream. And I've got hundreds of color books. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, but if you like to see me working on color book pages, I just look in my playlist, guys. I'm telling you, I've got over 1,000 videos, and that's after I trimmed them down, and that does not include Ustream. That only includes like the last 6 years, because I streamed for 4 years before that over on Ustream, and most of those videos are not over on YouTube. Those are just on an external hard drive I have saved after we all left. After Ustream kind of just said, well, we're going to be charging a lot of money, so y'all might want to find somewhere else to go. Hi, some big jerk. How you doing? Good to see you. Terry Lynn, Mona, Christopher. Let's see. I am Jersey. I do a lot of different things. And and here's another one that I'm working on too. If y'all didn't see I do Inktober every year. Well, let me just, because I'm low energy today, I'll take a minute to show you. Let me pull this. And I know most of y'all have seen this stuff before. So, but I'll pull. I don't know if I have all of them. I grabbed a handful. But I do Inktober every year, which I'm sure if y'all don't know what it is, just Google it. But I've done it for 6 years. And the year before last, I did it's every October. And the idea is you do an ink drawing every day for 31 days in October. And so this last year was my 6th year of doing it. But this one was year 5. And so what I did was Movie Monsters My Way. So I do inking as well. Now this one's not Inktober, but I just want to show you that this is something I'm working on. This is all done with ballpoint pen. I'm doing the whole sunflower with the ballpoint pen. So this is something I just work on in my spare time. I might make a print out of this one. But anyway, so here are some of my movie monsters that I've done. I'll just push them up here. So, and these are on, what is it, 11 by 14? What is the size of these? I forget. Let's see here. This was, 11 by 14, I think. Yeah. So this is 11 by 14 pieces. Okay. So these are some of the movie monsters that I've done. I'll just pick out some of my favorite ones. But I did 31. I did one a day. This was 2000. Here's the cover sheet I made for it. Inktober 2019. So, yeah. So if you don't recognize, like this is from Gargoyles, the movie Gargoyles. It was a made for TV movie. So some of them you may not recognize, but so. Oh, and the other thing, these were all drawn, not penciled in. They were drawn straight with the ballpoint pen. These were all just drawn with the ballpoint pen and then filled in with a brush and ink. So the heavy inks are with a brush and ink, bottled ink. But they were all drawn. Let me hold one up. They're all drawn with a ballpoint pen. Just sketched out with a ballpoint pen. So they're messy and sketchy. And then I just filled in with ink. Now this is Poe. He was not part of the 31 days. This was a separate drawing I did for when I did a Poe. I made a Poe book and a Poe box. Also, in same October. It was a busy October 2019. But anyway, there's my Edgar Allan Poe. It's my Wicked Witch of the West. The Fly. And again, it's all just ballpoint pen. Can you see how scratchy it is? And then added the ink. Added, like, this is solid ink, right, with the brush. So it's just movie monsters my way. And then I did do a couple, this is a second version of Frankenstein. So there's more in here, but I think those are the main ones. Oh, here's one. This one was, this one's everybody's favorite. So anyway, I still have a whole stack of them here, but that's, but yeah, everybody loves this one. Where's Zippy? So anyway, so I do a little bit of everything, and plus, guys, I know I don't have them handy, but if you go on my Instagram or my face, every place that I post my art, you'll see my pet portraits and my people portraits. That's what I do for commissions. I do people and pet commission portraits, and they're in another portfolio. I won't get those out right now. But I've drawn all the Gold Rush guys from the TV show Gold Rush. I do a lot of fan art. I did a few Walking Dead until they killed off Glenn. Then I stopped watching Walking Dead. But I do people and pet portraits. So if you want to see those, you can look on my Instagram. And every now and then, like Whippy Carroll, I did one. This is my most recent one I did. Every now and then I will pick somebody off of Instagram and just do a pet portrait for them for free. But I don't do them all for free. I'm just saying. But here's the one that I did for Whippy Carroll. This was her cat. This is pan pastel and Posca and pencil. But anyway, they're all over on Instagram. So if you wanna see them more in detail over there. But that's my commission work, is portraits. And here's a Sean Connery one. This was not a commission, but I reposted this one when Sean Connery passed away. So. And then, of course, there's tons of color books. Here's one of my Gold Rush. That's Parker from Gold Rush. Yes, I do take orders. I do. That's how I do commissions. People and pet commissions. Just email me, guys, if you want one done. The only time it's really slam for me is around Christmas, because everybody wants one for Christmas. So I have to cut off the orders at the end of October. So yeah, if you want a people or pet commission. Oh, here's my Chockaboo. I was just talking about this on Monday. There's the Chockaboo I did for I Carry Love. I did this years ago, but I reposted it. I forgot why I reposted it, but I forget when I did it when I first did it. Let's see if I can see the 2015. I think that's 2015 is when I did that one. Welcome back, G. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, Kalura's here. Kalura did this pencil drawing of me. So Kalura is an awesome portrait artist herself. So this is, and by the way, guys, this is an ATC size. This is only this big. So that was really awesome, Kalura. Thank you again. I'm just looking for some. I'm not showing y'all any of my color book pages, but here's one of the portraits that I did. I did this one for Taco Stacks on YouTube. If y'all don't follow Taco Stacks, he's a trash picker and reseller. He recycles, and this is his dog, Salsa. So I did that one. That's in pan pastel. Let's see. Here's my mom's dog I did for her on Mother's Day. So that's mom's little puppy there that I did for her. I told you, guy, low key day today. And then I do post, I do post some of my color book pages. I mean, they're there too. Let's see here. So if you want to see my color book pages, they're over there. And let's see. Here's that dog I was talking about this Monday as well. This is done on the art scroll. So this is about this big. His face is about this big. That was done on the art scroll. The Bernie's, I forgot what the name of them exactly, but anyway. Thanks, guys. Just showing off my art here a little bit because I can. And here's one of my, this was a Doctor Who commission. And here's another, that's a color book page. Here's a start of a portrait commission there of a little girl. Let's see. Hi, Jins. Jins Artlandia. That's a cool name. Artlandia. I like that. And then here's a couple things that I did on Procreate. So Matthew Weldon is the one that did the drawing. I did not do this drawing of Grogu, who was we called him Baby Yoda at the time. But these two I did in I'll show you this one. I did this in Procreate. So that's one of the things. So I'm trying to also teach myself, I mean, I know the basics of Procreate and can get around it and can color and doodle and draw, but I really want to learn it better, but it's time consuming. You got to spend a lot of time. But I did do this on Procreate. You like Carrie's Chockaboo? Yeah, I did too. I said she has the original. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. So this was a drawing that I did. I did a sketch and then I took it over to Procreate and played with. And so I did this owl. So you can see. I did all that shading and everything. I did that in Procreate. Here's where I just colored Baby Yoda just with color pencils. So that one's just done. That's just done with paint and color pencil. Let's see. Here's Kenny's granddaughter. There's a portrait of Kenny's granddaughter. This was the second one I did. I did one when she was younger, and then this is her a little older. So that's Kenny's granddaughter there. I haven't seen Kenny today, but there's Kenny. Hi, Ray. How you doing? Anybody else? I need you to come over and do a mural. Jen, I have a mural room. Well, the room over from this one is a mural room. It's complete. It's murals all around the whole room. So I have one of those too. Let's see what else here. And all my Inktober's for the last 6 years are on there. And then, of course, here's during October. There's one of my collaged pumpkins. Did a little video of that. It's all varnished. We do a lot here. We get a lot. We've got a lot accomplished in 10 years. Let's see what else. And plus, of course, I love doing book chat and book reviews. I always say that if I didn't do an art channel, it would be a book. It'll be a book channel. Here's one of the little dogs that I did. This was for Edwin. This was for Edwin. There's his little dog there. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through my IG, guys. Y'all can do it just as easily as I can. Here's our Faithful Mess. There's Faithful Mess. She posted a picture of herself on Instagram, and I love this picture of Faithful Mess. So I had to draw her. So There's Faithfulness. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Kim. Let's see where else here. Oh, and then Connie. I haven't seen Connie around. Connie Yu. I haven't seen her around for a long time. And this is her bearded dragon. I did a painting. I did a painting of her bearded dragon who passed away. So she was glad to have the painting of the bearded dragon. What's going on out there? Okay, so again, guys, they're all on here's one of my Yoda drawings. I post this every May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I post this every May the 4th. I sent this one to my grandson in LA, so I don't have the original, but I did that one in 2015 as well. So there's my Yoda. Let's see. And if y'all if y'all don't follow Laura, let me see what's her name. Laura.rafferty.art. Laura, I call her Laura Lou. She does the circle journals. The circle portrait coloring book. And she sells that. And this is one of the ones I did from her color book. So that's one of the pages from Laura Rafferty's circle portraits, I think is the title, circle portraits. I don't even know if I have Connie Yu's a current address. Let me make a note of that. I'm going to send her a note, Pacola. Send Connie Yu a note, a card. I'll just say a card. I'll send her a card. Okay. What else? Oh, here's another one. That's another one of Laura's drawing, from her color book. Let's see. Oh, here's when Malibu got into my pan pastels. Remember? And you can't wash it because it just spreads. So I always make sure that the cats are not in here when I do pan pastels. And if y'all know Color and Chat with Sammy, this is her little chip. There's little Chip. Color and Chat with Sammy, her little Chip. Bye, Linda. Thanks, guys, for low key today. Although this Pepsi is helping my headache, and I think the storm blowing through has eased up the eye pressure. Then one year I did cats and calligraphy for Inktober. So I did 31 cats and calligraphy. Oh, wait, there's another one of my pumpkins. This one's not a video, but I did a Lord of the Rings. I did a pumpkin there. I think I've only got 3 sides there. But anyway, you can see that pumpkin. But anyway, one year I did cats and calligraphy. So I used Malibu and Oliver, my 2 cats, as my models. And I turned them into like cartoon characters or different characters. And then I did different kinds of calligraphy or fonts, different kind of fonts. So here's Cat Nokio. So they're my cats, but I did them. Let's see. Here is Bat Cat and Cat Girl, Catwoman. So I did my cats. This was a Inktober in 2018. Let's see. Here is a cat like a cat cowboy, and I did Oliver. I was born under a wandering star, and see, I did different fonts, right? So, and I didn't add color to all of them, but most Inktober's I stick to black and white, but this year I added color. Here's where I did them as Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma. What did I say on there? You sure are looking good. Let's see what else. Oh, here I did Malibu as Cat's Nightmare. Oh, well, I did them both, but I did them as Cat's Nightmare. What else? They're all on Instagram. Oh, here, y'all, if y'all remember Gumby and Pokey, yeah, I didn't do Cat Baloo. I loved when I was a kid. What was his name that played the bad guy? What was his name? Oh, and he's been in Dirty Dozen. He's been in a gazillion movies. What's the guy? Some big jerk. His name's just escaping me. But he creeped me out when I was a kid. I think I saw that movie at the drive-in when I was a kid. Lee Marvin. Yes, Lee Marvin. Thank you. But Cat Baloo, I love that. I thought that was such a good movie. Yeah, thanks, Uncle Dan, and good morning, by the way. Yeah. So anyway, here's where I did Gumby and Pokey. You do the hokey pokey, so I did. I put in Gumby and Pokey. Let's see what else. Oh, Princess Mally. Princess Mally. These are so fun. Oh, let's see. Oh, here is the Gothic Pedigree. The Gothic Pedigree. Oh, what else? Let's see. Oh, here's Popeye and olive oil. Let's see. Oh, Oliver Scissorpaws. Oliver Scissorpaws. And I really thought I captured that pretty well, right? Did I capture? So yeah, that's Oliver Scissorpaws. Okay, so here is the Tin Man and the Scarecrow. I said we're off to see the wizard. Oh, and here is another. This one was for Lynn Raleigh. So I did her cat. This was my very first pan pastel, if I remember correctly. This was my very first pan pastel portrait. So I did this on stream. And that was like 2018. So it was just 2 years ago. I've only been using pan pastels for a couple years. You like my cats? Let's see what else did I do with it. Oh, I did Malibu Mummy. So I wrapped her up in mummy. I mummied her. Let's see. Oh, I did Bride of Frankencat. What else? Count Catula. Count Catula. Thanks, guys. And then let's see. Oh, here's one of the abandoned castles that I posted. So out of the abandoned castle book, this was the page. This was the page before. And then here's the page after. So you can go see that. Well, that one was quite the endeavor right there. Let's see. Do I have any? Oh, here's another cat one. Cat burglars. They have little gloves and masks on. Let's see. Anyway, what else is here? Oh, here's Doug TenNapel. Have you seen this one, Some Big Jerk? It's the Doug Show. And then in his glasses, you can see there's this cartoon character. Let's see what else is in here. I haven't been on Instagram for that long. I've streamed longer than I think that I've been on Instagram. I'm not sure. Just scrolling through here, seeing what else. A lot of color book pages. I'm not even showing you guys the color book pages. There's hundreds of those. Oh, here's when we went fishing and metal detecting. So I came prepared for both. So I got my fishing rod and my metal detector because Hubster and I like to do metal detecting, although we haven't done it in a while. But I like to fish. So there I am on the dock with my fishing pole and my metal detector. Let's see. Trying to find things that are interesting to you guys. Here's one of my Gold Rush guys' portraits. He's got a toothpick in his mouth. You probably can't see it very well there, but yeah. And then reading with Pugs Jen. This was her little boy when he was little. I mean, this was 17, 18, 20. So this was like 4 or 5 years ago. Her little coloring assistant, her little coloring buddy. Let's see. And then one year for what year was it? 2017. I did kanji. So I did kanji symbols and I tried to keep it as simple as I could that year. I mean, there's other things interspersed here, but I did 31 days of kanji with very simple inked things. So you can see 31 days of kanji. Let's see what else. Tons of color book pages I'm passing by. Here's Sharon L., one of her cats that passed away. So it's her cat portrait. Oh, I hope I'm not running y'all off by showing y'all. Oh, here's one. I did this one for my daughter Denise, so she has the original. But this was Prince Purple Rain after he passed away. So I did this in color pencil here for my daughter because she loved Prince. She grew up with him being one of the stars, pop stars of her time. So yeah. What does a guy without a medal? I missed some of that conversation. Here's my Spock, young and old. So, and I've reposted this on Leonard Nimoy's birthday. Sometimes I'll repost this on. I'll repost it on Leonard Nimoy's birthday. Let's see. Here's a horse that I did for Anxiety Art Adventures Laura. I did her horse. This was just a quick sketch. We did this real fast. I think we did it on stream. That was back in 2017. Let's see. Here's another picture of Kenny's daughter. I love the way her hair turned out. Her hair turned out so good. It's when she was younger. What else? And some different little dogs that I've done. My favorite thing to do on my birthday, go to Blick, and I'm wearing Wolfie, my faux wolf fur hat, the one that Hubster won't walk next to me when I'm wearing. I'll just walk ahead of you. Just kind of walk back there. I've had fun with you when I'm singing for you so much. Oh, thanks, Devin. Thank you. And then here's the Oak Island Brothers. There's the Oak Island Brothers. Did that one for them. They have it hanging in their office. Well, I think a print of it. I think I sent them a print. They wanted it for their office. Some more Inktober's. Janet, are you still here? Look, here's Hutton. Did a drawing a Hutton way Jovan. Yeah, I did drew him. That was back in 2016. Oh, let's see. What else? Oh, this one I did while I was on jury duty. So if y'all have never done Sketchy, it's an app where people post pictures of themselves for you to draw. So you can draw the people and then you post them on the app. I haven't done it for some years now. I did this one back in 2016 while I was on waiting for jury duty. So I drew this one. I drew this one back in 2016. That's one of my favorites. And Vin was running sketchy at one point. I think I don't know what he does now, but there's Vin. He still posts all the time on Instagram. He has some really awesome art. Let's see what else here. Here's Grandpa. There's Grandpa. I did this as a memorial when he passed away. Parker's grandfather, a Parker on Gold Rush. This was Grandpa, and I did a memorial of him when he passed away. Let's see. And I know some of y'all, I know probably most of y'all, hang on, let me get. Did I not link this? I'm surprised I didn't link. I'll keep rolling, then I don't know that one. Here's when we've gone down to the Walking Dead films close to where I live. So this is their cafe. This is down there where The Walking Dead is filmed. Is this the one where I did a little video? Is that I don't know if I have it. I guess I don't have it. But anyway, here's there's my whoops. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone. There's my Glenn. There's Glenn. Here's Daryl. And I was going to draw all the Walking Dead, just like I drew all of the Gold Rush guys, but they killed off Glenn. And the way they killed off Glenn, I never watched another Walking Dead. Here's Shannon Green back when she had her hair like white with streaks. That's an old Shannon Green drawing right there. That's from 2016. Yeah, there's a 2016. Let's see. There's Miss Vicky B, a Miss Vicky B drawing. Here's one of my Gold Rush guys. That's Juan. Juan hired me to draw his kids too. So that's Juan. He is now on with Freddie on a one of the what's it called, Discovery Plus. I don't have the Discovery Plus, but he does a show now with one of the other guys. And then let's see. Then I did 31 days 1 year. 2015, I did 31 days of Undersea. There's my lanternfish from that year of Inktober. So I've done Inktober for, like I said, 6 years. Let's see what else. Here's Doc. There's a portrait of Doc. So y'all make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram. I'm showing you all this stuff. Go follow me over there. Go follow me on Instagram. Oh, here's another. This was a girl on Sketchy. Did her. I'm gonna have to change my thumbnail. My thumbnail is just gonna be me holding up my phone. Yeah, that was October 2015. Here's another girl from Sketchy. Girl from Sketchy. Another one. You like Walking Dead? Yeah, I liked it until what they did to Glenn. But let's see, what else do I have? This is on the art scroll. That's just an eagle that we drew here on the art scroll. You know, the craft paper that we roll out, and I cut it down because it's easier to work on. But let's see. So I do have some. Here's Omar Sharif. I did some of these for Hubster because he's a movie buff. Omar Sharif. Who else? Here's Lost in Space Robot. I don't know if you can see it very well. Pinch it. Let's see. Nichelle Nichols from the original the Star Trek. I haven't heard how she's doing. She wasn't doing well a year or two ago that I saw. I haven't heard anything about Nichelle for some time. And this is another girl from Sketchy. What else? Yaya Han, the cosplayer. Another one of Yaya Han cosplaying. Let's see. Charlton Heston, when he played Ben-Hur. Another one of my sketchy girls. And this one, I really like her because she was holding a selfie stick, and I drew the selfie stick in her eyes with the window behind it. It's very small, but it's there. So I really like the way she turned out. That was some years ago. That one was from 2015. And then Jen's granddaughters, Jen Oz. These are her grandchildren back when. This is from 2015, so 6 years ago. I don't even know what her grandchildren would look like now. But that's her granddaughter, and then I have her grandson. So that was Jen Oz's grandchildren. Let's see. Robert Mitchum. It's Robert Mitchum. And when I have pencils, the reason I do this, guys, that's my watermark. I put pencils on my work. That's how I watermark my art. I don't put watermarks. I put pencils. Not that anybody couldn't copy it and erase it. I mean, anybody with half a digi knowledge can do that. But here's another Gold Rush guy. I got all the Gold Rush guys there. I like doing scruffy beards. Look, see, I like doing scruffy beards. Let's see, who else do I have here? Here's another one of Gold Rush guys. This guy's passed away during the show. I mean, not on the show, but during the filming of the show. So, yeah. Here's another sketchy girl. Can't get it too close. Some of these are small. This one was only it was a 8 by 5. Pretty small. You like the scruffy beard? Let's see. Here's another one. This is another Gold Rush. I drew all the at the time, 2015, 16. I think I drew all of them. There's like 25 of them. Here's Parker's dog. So I did. I even drew the Gold Rush dog. I love that show. Well, not. I mean, I still like it, but I used to love it when back in 2015, 16, 14, maybe. Let's see. Here's one of my old drawings of Denise. It's my daughter Denise, and then I have one of Annie too. There's one of Annie. Those are my two daughters. Let's see. Here's another one from Gold Rush. And let's see, what else do I have? Here's a few more portraits. This one I think was Lisa's dog. Lisa. And here's a couple more. Cat. And this cat. This is one of my favorites. I love the fur on this one. Let me see if I can zoom in a little here. I really like the fur on this one. This looks like pan pastel, but that was before I had pan pastel. Thank you, Devin. Devin, we want to have you on. Janet and I were talking about maybe on my birthday, which is a Thursday, the 4th. Do you want to come on, Devin, on February 4th? Can you do that at like 9 Eastern? Or it could be 10, but it can't be too late because Kathy comes on at 1. So if you want to come on for a couple hours at either 9 or 10, Devin, on February the 4th, which is a Thursday, will that work for you? Oh, thank you, Trisha. Let's see. There's another sketchy girl. She's looking up to the side. Let's see. Here's another one. These are smaller ones. That should work. Okay. Yeah. Is 9 good for you, or do you want to make it 10? Because I'm not sure what the time difference is. Is 9 too early? Do you want to come on at 10? Yeah, you can bring the cake. Yeah. Some big jerk goes, there you go. Guilt her to coming on. Well, we have to figure out some holiday to guilt you to come on. Some big jerk. We're gonna have to guilt you for something to get you to come on. Uh, oh my gosh, Janet. You're so bad. Hi, Arlene. Good to see you. It's usually Arlene. This is usually early for you. So, yeah. Okay. So, let us know if 9 or 10. 9:30, so you're awake. Is that Eastern time? 9:30 Eastern. I'm going to write this down. You're committed. If it goes on a post-it note, if you go on a post-it note, Devin, uh, 9:30 a.m. and I'm guessing that's Eastern time for you. I mean, for us Eastern time, because we usually stream at like 9 Eastern on when we can corral a guest on. Abuse Church Thursday. Oh my gosh, Janet. All right. Well, I'll show you a couple more. Here's his name. His name is Gene Cheeseman, but we call him Gene. Yeah, we call him the Cheeseman. Anyway, that's Gene. Let's see who else. There's Dave. That's Dave. And then here's some of the original ones that I did. That's a father and son. They're not on the new Gold Rush anymore. They left Gold Rush a couple years ago. And then I also have Tony and Monica. That's father and son. I mean, I'm sorry, father and daughter. Monica and Tony on Gold Rush. Okay. I'll just send you a link. Okay, I'll send you a link like at 9. Oh, 9:15. I'll send you a link at 9:15, Devin. So you can come in. I'm going to send Janet a link at 9:35. And this was my very first Instagram post, January 2015. So see, I didn't even start Instagram till 5 years into streaming before I even was on Instagram, but it was before YouTube because I had Ustream, for like 4 or 5 years before I moved over to YouTube. And but here's my granddaughter Boo and her friend when they went to the cheer finals in Florida. They made the I forget I forget the name of it, but this is Boo here, and there's her friend, and they went to the final. What was it called? I didn't even write anything down. See, and look, guys, this was March 2014. March 2014. And I only had 6 likes. I only had 6 likes. This was my very first post on Instagram. 2014. Thanks, Artful Dabbler. Okay, for one more quick inspiration before we go. I didn't get to this today. I'm just going to be honest, guys. My eyes are feeling much better. The barometric pressure headache is almost gone, but I'm not going to start a project today. So I'm going to go ahead and just read out of our 1001 Ways to Be Creative. Bye, Tori. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you. Thank you, Tori. Tori's in Ireland. Am I right, Tori? Do I have that right? Ireland or Scotland? Where are you? I think I forget, Tori. Are you and I? She might have already left. Let's see. What year did Boo go? I think it was what did I say? 2014. Yeah, yeah, Jane. I think we've talked about that. Boo was in all those Atlanta. Oh, she was in all the competitions. Denise was a cheer mom. Denise was a cheer mom. Let's see. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the 1001. I'm sorry, did I have a question? Janet's answering question. Let's see. Mom, I'm looking back. Oh, okay. Mommy to Mike. Have any of these characters contact you about your drawings? Yes, I have. Yeah, a lot of them commissioned me to do some of the parents of the Gold Rush people commissioned me to do the drawings of their kids. And I've done their kids or grandkids. And yeah, they have. Not recently, but back when I was posting the new ones, when they were new, then they were commissioning me. They haven't commissioned me lately, but a lot of them aren't even there anymore. Okay. 1001 Ways to Be Creative, a little book of everyday inspiration by Barbara Ann Kipfer. And again, I always say I've got this book at Tuesday morning for $3.99, but I know you can get it on Amazon. So I just read a couple pages of whatever prompts or inspiration or quotes or whatever comes up for that week. Essel is my mom, but I had all boys. So yeah, you're a basketball mom. Yeah, I follow you, Ashley, on IG. Yeah, I follow you over there. Um, oh, thanks, Trisha. Oh, that's sweet. Trisha says, I now have 8 likes on that first post. Thanks, Trisha. That's so sweet. Y'all are so encouraging. Y'all are so encouraging. Okay. So these are create things that make you happy. So a lot of times they're just prompts, right? But there's every now and then there's a quote, and then here's just a double page spread of create things that make you happy. So we'll read all these, and I'll move my post-it note to the next week. And we just read a page, maybe 2 a day, a week. So just to inspire you. And again, it's an awesome little book. And I always tell you when I'm reading from this book, when I'm reading these ideas, prompts, inspirations, and things like that, write down things that occur to you to do. Like something totally different may pop into your head while I'm reading these. Well, make sure you write down your idea. That's what you want to keep track of. Look, my teacher voice, you got to keep track of your ideas. Ireland. Okay, thanks, Julie. Okay, create things that make you happy. A bonsai forest, Christmas cards, comic strips starring your family and friends. I won't call out the comic guys here. A compost area in your yard if you're a gardener. That's something that I know Juanita is an awesome gardener. Y'all got to oh, and is Juanita still? I gotta show you something if she's still here. If she's not, I won't. I won't. A coupon booklet of favors as a gift to someone. Dot art. An Etch-a-Sketch masterpiece. I loved Etch-a-Sketch when I was a kid. How many? Raise your hand. Who had an Etch-a-Sketch? Hi, Mystic. Who had an Etch-a-Sketch? A red one. The red Etch-a-Sketch. Oh, okay. So, okay, that's all right, Juanita. Well, Juanita, I was going to save you the pumpkin seeds from my pumpkin from last Halloween, the white pumpkin. Didn't make it. Seeds did not make it. So I got you these. I don't know if these are anything you're going to want, but I bought you these, Juanita. So these are coming. These are heading your way, Juanita. The Ferrymore squash, the pumpkin Casper. So I hope these will make up for the seeds that didn't make it, Juanita. She spins, Juanita. And by the way, Juanita, not only does she garden, she's actually a spinner. I'll tell y'all my spinner story again because Juanita actually does spin yarn and alpaca wool. She does her own alpaca wool spinning. Okay, well, I'm going to send you these. So anyway, back in the Jane Fonda exercising craze, I mean, I was into exercising things and all that too. Well, after that initial everybody exercising craze, later on, everybody was spinning. I would hear all my friends go, "We're going to go spinning after work. You want to come spin with us?" And I thought to myself, I'm thinking, I'm in Juanita's type head. I'm thinking of a spinning wheel, like, yarn. And I'm thinking, why are all my friends spinning? When did they all start knitting? I thought when they were talking about spinning, they were talking about like what Juanita does, not the bike, the spinner, I told you anyway. But Juanita really does spin yarn. Okay. All right. So let's keep reading here. Janet says you still have where is she? She still has her original Etch-a-Sketch. Oh my gosh. Dragon spin. Oh my gosh. All right, let's keep reading here, guys. Thanks everybody, and thanks to the lurkers that have been here too. I hope y'all just had a chill day. We didn't do much, just talk some art and show some art, but I wasn't even going to come on today. I said, no, I'm not going to let a headache stop me from coming on. A fictional character, create a fictional character with an intriguing name. A finger paint masterpiece. Well, y'all know I love me some finger paint in my collage. Fractal art. Now, if you're digi, you probably love to do that. I love fractal art. I love using fractal art prints, torn up pieces of fractal art. A fun hairdo, a gourmet meal, a hand-drawn typeface, Janet, a homemade cake or pie, an item of clothing made from newspaper, a me poster with pictures of things you like, kind of like a vision board kind of thing, a menu for a restaurant, a mirror framed by beautiful shells, natural dyes from common plants, a nature collage. Let's see here. A nook in your home where you go for renewal, paper mache project, a pet photo album, a photo essay, a picture wall, a piece of art made from fruits and vegetables. Well, I would, I've shown y'all how I like to do that. I would take pictures of set up little vignettes with art supplies and vegetables. And I took pictures of it. And then I drew from my photographs. I think a couple of them I drew from the actual life. But anyway, I would set up my fruits and vegetables with art supplies that like a potato sitting inside of a roll of masking tape, that kind of thing, and then draw them. Poems based on book titles, a postcard from your hometown, snowman, a storyboard for a commercial, tissue paper roses. Oh, don't talk to me about tissue paper and toilet paper rolls. A treasure hunt and a vision board. So there's some things to create that make you happy. Again, if something else occurred to you when I was reading them, oh, you are? You're actually drawing some letters right now? Oh my gosh, Janet. So write down the ideas that occur to you when we read these prompts and ideas. and keep your ideas, even if you don't want to do them right now. You think, I'll never do that. I don't have time. When am I going to do that? Nah, nah, nah. Write your ideas down, even on a post-it note, and put them in a sketchbook, a composition book, a traveler's notebook, wherever you keep your ideas. And if you tell me you're not keeping your ideas, then I'm sorry. No pity. Uh, oh my gosh. So, all right, guys, I'm going to head out. It's almost 11. I know we didn't get a lot done, but I hope I inspired you from some different ideas and some things for art cards or collecting your ideas and showing you guys as art cards. If y'all missed it at the beginning of the show or an hour in, 45 minutes in, I showed the art cards that I got in the mail that are in for the swap. Don't forget, if you want me to do a collage, just a 5x7 or something like that, I want to do this as a test. This is just I want to test to see if you send me in 10 to 15 collage items just in an envelope. They don't have to be fussy cut, they can be folded. Send me some little collage items, and I want to try to make a collage based on a vision you might have with those items. Now, you're not going to tell me your vision, but I used Janet as an example the other day. Like, Janet lives on a lake, so she could send me pictures of a duck, a hammock, a fishing pole, and she could be envisioning a lake, but she could be also envisioning her sock monkeys taking over that lake. So whatever it is that occurs to you in a collage in your imagination, send me those collage items, and I'm going to make collages based on those. So I'll be fine, Trisha. I already do feel better just because the barometric pressure storm is blown through. The rain is subsiding, so it has to. I don't have them every time it rains or every time it storms, but when it's a drastic change in temperature and barometric pressure with a storm front coming through is when it kind of gets me. Not very often, but But I wasn't going to let that stop me from streaming. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Boney. Good to see you. Hope everybody has a great day. And don't forget, mark it on your calendar. We're going to have Devin Rex. Let me click on her. She has a YouTube channel as well. And I'm going to have Janet and I are going to have her on our guest show on Thursday, my birthday, February 4th at 9:30 Eastern. So that's a tentative plan, though. That's the plan. So hopefully it works out. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget, Kathy Arbor streams tomorrow at 1 Eastern, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.